All right, a lot of people saying it was tacky. Doris Kearns Goodwin here not too long ago saying it didn't make him look good, but at the core of the president of the United States going after the Federal Reserve, blaming the Fed for its willy-nilly hikes in interest rates that are scaring the markets and actually annoying the president. Did he hit on something that's core here? Does the Federal Reserve risk overdoing it and killing a good thing? To Economist, Capitalist Code author Ben Stein on all of that. First on that, I do want to get to your investment strategy and indexes and all of that. What do you make of that? There's a raging debate here whether that's a good thing for him to be doing, the president to be doing. What do you think?
I think that the Federal Reserve is not a sacred cow. It is not above criticism. That people are allowed to criticize it. But what else can the Federal Reserve do when inflation starts rearing its head? To be sure, in a modest way at this point, what else can they do but raise interest rates and try to cut down their balance sheet a little bit? They've got to do something. If they don't do anything and inflation gets out of control, then people are going to come along wanting to kill them.
It is a Pavlovian response, though. You know, economic activity picks up. What the president is saying, all right, do we raise rates? He gets that. I think what he's saying is we're overdoing it. Do you think, just as a top-notch economist, business thinker, lawyer, are we overdoing it?
We don't know that. That's the kind of thing. You know, it's an interesting thing. My old dad, who was quite a famous economist and a much greater economist than I was, said something very basic. He said, we just don't know a lot about how to regulate the economy on a macro scale. We know a lot about how to regulate the economy on a micro scale, but on a macro scale, we just don't know a lot about it. And I'm afraid the same is still true. It's an incredibly complicated beast. Imagine a wild beast in a bull ring, and you're trying to tamp it down first by showing little bits of color, then by sticking it, then by stabbing it, then by machine gunning it. And then you say to yourself, well, wait a minute, what did we do wrong? We just don't know what to do, and the Federal Reserve is doing its best. To me, as a person who has a huge, huge interest rate burden because of all the real estate I carry, it seems to me as if interest rates have gone up awfully fast. But I'm not the ordinary citizen by a long, long, long way.
No, but I'm impressed that you and your dad had conversations like that, talking about money and all of that stuff. You know, my dad and I, it was a little different with my dad. I mean, he would just say, you're going to eat that? And that's where we took it. But that's a different upbringing. Ben, I want to first say, a lot of people look at this, Ben, and they're getting nervous. They're nervous. Well, good. Keep laughing. Go ahead. But do you get nervous with this market? I mean, a lot of people don't want anything to do with it now. How do you advise them?
I advise them to buy the index, keep buying it, hold on for dear life, be patient. As your last guest, Ms. Shana, said, be patient. Go in for the long term. Don't try to make it overnight, and you'll do fine.
What's long term to make sure we live a long time?
That goes back to what your father said about eating.
Right. But what's long term to Ben Stein?
What's a long time? A long time to Ben Stein. Well, as I said, my age, I wouldn't buy a ripe banana, but I would say it's a long time is measured in multi-year increments, not in multi-month increments. But if you're in there for years, and if you're in there for your children and your grandchildren, you're going to do absolutely just perfectly fine. The only thing that can stop you would be a nuclear war, and if that happens, nobody's going to care about the stock market.
Well, you're right about that. Are you worried about this sell-off, whether it's different or whether it's a preview of coming attractions? I mean, it's already the longest bull market in history. You're not worried?
I'm not worried about it in the slightest bit. And I tell you what, I'm a big worrier. I worry about a lot of things, but I'm not worried about this. I think the market is basically reacting to the fact that it was, frankly, just too high. Ronald Reagan, after the crash of '87, Ronald Reagan was asked what caused it. He said, well, I've heard people say that the market was too high. And he was exactly right. The market was too high. It was disregarding all kinds of warning signs, and it was too high. Now it's at a more reasonable level, and I think it's a good time to just be buying the index, staying with the index, stay with it for the rest of your life, and then for your children's lives and your grandchildren's lives and their grandchildren's lives, and just stay with it forever and don't ever sell it, and I'll be long dead, so don't blame me.
Okay, on that happy note, do you think interest rates are going to back up a lot here?
I think interest rates are going to keep going up. I mean, the economy is so incredibly strong there. The Fed has no choice but to keep raising interest rates. There's no possibility that they can lower interest rates at this point. At least I don't think there is. I could be totally wrong, but we have such a strong economy. I mean, this economy is a roaring maniac of strength. By the way, of course, Mr. Trump never gets any credit for it. We've got to just say, look, we have to rein in the bull here a little bit, just rein it in a little bit. We don't want to kill it, you don't want a machine gun in from a helicopter, but just rein in the bull a little bit. And there's no other choice. They don't have anything else they can do. They cannot wave a magic wand. This is the closest they can get to waving a magic wand.
All right, let me write that down. Closest we can get.
Okay.
No.
See, this is the thing.
Right.
I get up early in the morning here on the West Coast, and you make fun of me. And I could have been in bed with my dog sleeping.
It's what, 10:34 your time? That's hardly the crack of dawn. You know.
I know, but I have to get out of bed and get dressed. It takes me a long, long time to get dressed. I'm an old man.
You're also a brilliant man.
I'm an old man. What can you do? I'm an old man. You can't blame a guy for trying.
Ben, always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for your perspective, your friendship all these years. Ben Stein,